Hello, and welcome back to Mondo Musings. I'm your presenter, Nicardo McLean, and in this one, we highlight 10 track and field stars who brought the curtains down on their decorated careers in 2025. Now, this list is by no means exhaustive, so feel free to shout out some of the names I'm sure I've missed in the comments section. Here we go. 10th on our countdown is former British sprinter Reece Prescott, who announced that he'd be swapping sprinting for the parallel profession of speed coaching late last year. A terrific closer at his absolute best, the 29-year-old former European 100-meter silver medalist and World Champs 4x1 relay bronze medalist produced his best individual result on the global stage, a creditable 7th place finish in the 100 on home turf at London 2017. Intermediate hurdler Thomas Barr, who represented the Republic of Ireland with distinction for well over a decade, is another prominent athlete who officially announced his retirement in 2025. The 12-time national champion and 2018 European bronze medalist came agonizingly close to claiming the same place on the podium at Rio 2016, finishing fourth by just a 500th of a second behind Cuban-turned-Turk Yasmani Capello. Next up is Chinese speedball Su Bingqian. Known for his blazing starts, the 36-year-old who announced his retirement in December still holds the Asian record over both 60 meters at 6.42 seconds and 100 meters with 9.83. An Olympic and World Champs finalist over the latter distance, he became the first man from China to win a medal over the former with silver behind world record holder Christian Coleman at Birmingham 2018. At number 7 is one-time American middle distance phenom Clayton Murphy, whose terrific talent took him on a meteoric rise from sleepy Greenville, Ohio, to the bright lights of Olympic and World Half-Lap finals. The 30-year-old recent retiree duly seized his chance to shine on the big stage at Rio 2016, winning 800-meter bronze on Games debut as Kenya's David Rudisha solidified his GOAT status. 6th on our countdown is former American 3000 steeplechase star Evan Jager, one of the few non-Africans to ever launch a legitimate challenge to Kenya's dominance in the event. The Illinois native, who currently owns the U.S. record by nearly 6 seconds, ended a more than 30-year American medal drought at the Games with a sensational silver in Rio in 2016. A year later at Worlds in London, the now 36-year-old scripted yet another chapter in American steeple history, bagging a brave bronze in his third of 4 final appearances at those championships. Often overshadowed by the likes of Nafi Thiam and Katarina Johnson-Thompson, Dutch woman Anouk Vetter quietly compiled an incredibly impressive championship CV prior to her retirement late last year. The 32-year-old actually led 3-time Olympic champ Thiam through 5 events in Tokyo, before being shunted into silver following a javelin effort that was over 3.5 meters down on her season's best. A year later, Vetter again gave her Belgian rival all she could handle in Eugene, leading courtesy of mammoth 16 and 58-meter returns in the shot put and javelin respectively going into the 800, before Thiam pulled out a big 2-lap PB to again relegate her to second. Thiam also stood atop the podium when she made her global championship breakthrough with bronze at London 2017. Meanwhile, 6 years later, Johnson-Thompson American rising star Anna Hall claimed gold and silver as the Dutch national HEP record holder pocketed another bronze in Budapest. Vetter had warmed up for this magical Olympic and World Champs medal-winning run with gold at the European Championships, historically the most competitive in the multis on the continental level on home soil in 2016. At number 4 is former 400-meter hurdle Supremo Dalilah Muhammad, whose total of 6 Olympic and Senior World Champs medals in her specialty is currently the highest of all time. The 35-year-old American was golden in Rio in 2016, comfortably winning a race where only she broke 53.5 seconds. Stunningly, 5 years later, Following the emergence of her arch rival and countrywoman Sydney McLaughlin, her incredible PB of 51.58 seconds was only good enough for second in Tokyo. This was a reversal of the placings from Doha 2019, where Mohammed had set a then world record of 52.16 seconds to just hold off her younger compatriot in an instant classic. It followed twin world silvers in 2013 and 2019. Meanwhile, she rounded out her senior global medal collection with bronze behind McLaughlin and the Netherlands' Femke Bowl in Eugene. This signaled the completion of a remarkable journey that began with World Youth Gold all the way back in 2007. Checking in at 3 is Chinese icon Gong Li Zhao, who made consistency her calling card over nearly 2 decades at or near the very top of the shot put game. During that span, the soon-to-be 37-year-old accumulated a full set of medals at the Olympic Games, finally clinching a coveted gold at Tokyo 2020 with a 20.58 personal best bomb that capped off a dominant display. Prior to that, she had copped silver in London in 2012 and bronze on home turf in Beijing in 2008. It was at the World Championships, though, where the expert exponent of the glide technique really stood out, defending her 2017 title in London with a tight victory over Jamaica's Danielle Thomas-Dodd in Doha. Meanwhile, silver was secured in both 2015 and 2022, and she mined a bronze quadruplet across the 2009, 2011, 2013, and 2023 editions. Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge, widely considered to be the greatest male marathoner to ever lace him up, is another superstar athlete who said farewell in 2025. One of only 3 men to win athletics' ultimate endurance test at the Games, he also earned a record 11 victories on the major marathon circuit between 2014 and 2023. Prior to running riot on the roads around the world, the 41-year-old enjoyed a highly successful track career, which was highlighted by silver in the 5,000 meters at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. There was also a 5K bronze from Athens 2004, which saw him just outdueled by all-time greats and long-term rivals Hisham El Garouj and Kenenisa Bekele. A year before, the diminutive Kipchoge had managed to edge both in a 5,000-meter final for the ages at the 2003 Paris World Championships. Meanwhile, in 2007, he was just bumped out of gold position in his specialty by a blistering sub-53-second last lap from one-time countryman Bernard Lagat. On the short track circuit, he earned a bronze medal in the 3,000-meter event at the 2006 World Indoor Championships in Moscow. And holding down the #1 spot in her countdown is none other than the female 100-meter GOAT herself, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The diminutive 39-year-old dynamo owns 5 world titles in her pet event, a whole 3 more than any other female in history. She complemented outstanding victories in 2009, 2013, 2015, 19, and 2022 with a battling bronze at Budapest 2023, and by also adding the half-lap crown to her collection at Moscow 2013, she became the first woman in the annals of the World Championships to do the coveted 100-200 meter double. Meanwhile, her back-to-back victories in the shorter sprint at the 2008 and 2012 Olympics make her one of only 4 women with 2 such titles at the Games. Her silver in Tokyo and bronze in Rio complete a 4-medal haul that's the most ever as well. London 2012 was also the site at which she mined her only Olympic medal in the 200 meters. Now, unsurprisingly, the woman universally known as the Pocket Rocket for her jet-propelled start proved too hot to handle in her lone World Indoors appearance in 2014, winning gold in sub-7-second time. Having run sub-11 times for fun well over a decade, the Kingston-born icon, quite fittingly, also holds the world record in this category. And that brings a close to another edition of Mondo Musings. Now, which of these recent retirees are you most going to miss seeing out there competing? during the upcoming season? You can share your thoughts in the comment section. Here's wishing you and yours a peaceful and prosperous 2026. Until next time, peeps, Godspeed.